Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to be just doing a quick rough shaping on this Chinese elm. This was actually the first Chinese elm that I've ever purchased, and I've actually had it in this pot for I think a month or month and a half, and today I actually went ahead and re-indexed the tree. I had it a little bit more tilted like that way, like this long branch over here was coming over the corner of the pot instead of coming off the side of the pot. And also the root base was kind of crooked from where I really wanted it to be. So I figured it'd been in the pot for a couple months, was doing really well, should be okay. Then I'm just gonna go ahead and flip it because I actually have this in a grow tent. It's not like it's gonna be outside in the winter elements this year anyways. So what I've gone ahead and done, re-indexed it in this pot. I've used a little bit different of a soil mix, and now what I'm gonna do is go ahead and trim this into its initial shape. I've really just kind of been letting it go wild, and I think these branches that kind of loop over look pretty neat, but what I think I'm going to do is actually create kind of a cascading arm on this side. So I'm going to continue to let this grow. As you can see, it's got some really good growth coming out down here. All of this is from the week and a half or almost 2 weeks that I've had it in the grow tent. So I mean, that's pretty substantial growth for that amount of time. And when I zoom in, I'll show you this, because this is also all new, and this one is actually a good, you can see the color of it, you know, a good 2 to 3 inches of brand new growth. So that's all pretty impressive, but I do want to get the rough shape going. There's a lot of branches that I need to take off that I really don't want, and just kind of get a good shape, and that way it can use all of its energy to grow the branches that I actually want to grow. So I'm going to zoom in right now, and we're going to go ahead and trim this thing up, and we'll see what it looks like when we're done. Before I start, like I said, you can probably see that a little better now, but from about there up to here, you can actually see the color difference. It's a really bright green, it's fresh new growth. I mean, that's a good, 3 inches right there. And there's, an inch here. This is a good almost 2 inches. So this thing is definitely growing. I definitely am gonna, by moving this around, I definitely probably stunted the growth a little bit, but I'm not really worried about it. It'll come right back. So let me dive right in here, start clipping away. All right, so I know this looks really bare, but what I'm actually trying to do here is develop branches that come out, horizontally. I don't want branches that point down or stick up, because those eventually will interfere with the other pads, and it's not really the good ramification that I'm going for. Even this one's kind of tilted down a little bit, but I'm going to see if I can get some branches to branch off the side, and then I can trim them back and slowly develop this into a nice pad. But for now, it's just going to look a little bare. Again, this one I'm going to leave. I'm going to let that one grow out. Alright, so I'm going to do a little trick here that I just learned from Milton Chang on Bonsai Heirloom. I don't know if you haven't checked out his channel, it's a really good channel, you should probably follow him. But what he was talking about is if you want to get these buds down here to activate and grow a branch out of here, one trick you can try is to disrupt the flow of sap up the tree by just putting a little notch in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm just going to use my scissors and and just kind of a notch right here. Like that. So, I don't know if you can see that on camera or not, but right there, I just notched the bark. So what that's going to do is stop the sap flow here. It's going to have to work its way around and hopefully activate one of these buds. There's tons of them right there. So hopefully that works and I can get a branch down there. But overall, that is a good start. As I said, I took off all of the branches that are pointing down or directly straight up on any of these pads. And the reason I did that is because I want all of the branches to come out of the side of the tree. Even if it takes longer to grow, it'll look nicer when it's done. So that's my main goal. I'm really hoping to get a new leader actually off of this branch headed that way. So I don't know if it's going to come out down here or here. Not quite sure yet, but I'm going to kind of leave everything on the top alone until I get some type of new leader branch for the top. And then again with these, I'm going to let them grow out again, and then I'll come back, cut them back again, and we'll just keep doing that until, you know, the tree looks the way I want it to look. And then again, hopefully I do get a branch right here somewhere on this little bend here. And I'd like it to come, you know, like just like this one, but straight out this way. But I don't want to come too far, because again, I do want this to be like a cascading arm coming down with its own separate pads. I think that would look really neat, stacking up to a triangular apex, and then not as much of a canopy over here. I think that would look really neat. So for now, that is the tree. It doesn't look like much right now, and then hopefully in a few months it'll put on some growth and we can trim it back again. Thanks for watching the video, everybody. If you want to see this and the other trees grow, subscribe to the channel, and you know, I'll just be rotating through all the trees in the grow tent throughout the winter. And we'll also be doing some winter videos on the outside trees and the winterization of those trees and how they're doing throughout the winter, how I'm watering them throughout the winter. That's one thing I really don't see a lot of videos on. You know, people will show you how to winterize trees, but then not really what they do during the winter to take care of the trees. So hopefully I can actually make some videos like that, so you know, you folks that live in a climate like I do where it gets very cold in the winter, it might help you, you know, learn how to take care of the trees, and we'll see what survives. You know, this is going to be an experiment for me too, so I have several different cold storage ideas that I'm going to put into place, and we'll see which ones work the best. So stay tuned, everybody, if you want to see all the winterization on those trees and the growth on the grow tent trees. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching, everybody.